Hey guys, so in today's video we'll be looking at how we can make forms, get form requests from HTML and send it to Google Forms and save the data in our sheets so that it's more like having a custom forms which saves everything in Google Sheets rather than using the native Google Forms. So before starting, let's dive into it how it exactly looks. So over here I just tested it out. Let's test it again that I want to send a mail, let's say to Ruben, and I'll just give my mail ID. My bad. So when I give like this, I'll just show you guys that this is the sheets, and apparently it only has the old data, not the new one. And as soon as I click register over here, it's like thank you page, and you can see over here that it works fine. So this can be helpful for anybody who is using forms or uses Google Forms in a daily basis and wants to make it more interactive for people to fill the forms. And so let's dive into the video. Yeah, so for this tutorial you will guys be needing two things. One is Google Forms that we all have over here, Google Forms. So apparently any Google Forms will be fine. So I'll just show, like many of these things are done by students, so I'll be showing it through a student account. Apparently there are some changes which we have to make in student accounts. So let's say you are creating a new form, so it's as simple as this, and let's say that we only have two things, that is the name and the email. So you can fill your own details, you can keep it as it is, you have to just replicate it in your website. For the demo purpose I am only keeping two things, the name and the email, and try not to keep it required. If you are keeping it required, make sure you are keeping a regex over there also, or you are making it important in your website also. So in our case you can leave it or put it, it's your choice again. You can have your regex here, but remember, if you're putting any regex over here, make sure you're putting it on your web page as well when you're making the web page form. So let's say that this is the YT test automation. So over here so this is not really important, so yeah, we'll just leave it. So now that we see our form is ready, so this is it, this is the creation of the form, and now we'll be going into the main the main part. The main part over here is when you come to we have to edit the settings here. So when you go to settings over here, responses, if your organization mail, this will be turned on. So apparently remember to turn this off, because when we are acting it on a website, we are not assuming, or we are not checking if it is from the people from your organization or not, and only turn it on if you are sure about that thing. But this is a forms check, so I will suggest you not to turn it on, rather than put a regex on your email. And over here, collect email addresses, do not collect, because apparently we cannot collect it from the website. If you are able to collect it from the website, yeah, you can turn it on, but for this tutorial purposes I will suggest do not collect. Now once we are done with this, we have a response, and this is, so our forms part is over. Now the thing is, our forms part is over, but just for completing it fully, that we will never come back to the forms, make sure you get pre-filled links. So apparently now you can just write any data that you want, so and you'll just get a link. So what is this exactly, I'll explain. So this link is more like, if you have this link, you can fill the form without really filling the form. As soon as you click the link, it's automatically putting the data for you. And that is something that we are also doing in our automation. It's like we are filling the form there, we take all the information and we will be putting it in our forms. So I think there's some issue with the internet, so I'll be trying it again. So yeah, as you can see, I got a copy link, and now this link is that So now what we have to do is we have to understand what really is the submit button doing. So we have to reach till the submit button. So best way is that your name will be also given to the submit button. So just, it can be anything, your name, your email, anything you can scan. You should be able to see an action. As you can see here, action. If you see inside this action, I'll just zoom it. So inside this action you can see that there is pretty much one thing that, yeah, so over here you can just copy it. Let's just have a text document. So this is the action. So what really are we doing is we are sending to this link. Now we have to also pay attention on what we are sending. So apparently we have two names, so it is getting sent by this name. So your email is getting sent by this thing and your name is getting sent by this thing. So yeah, so this is for the name, this is for the email. So we took the name of both of them, and yeah, this information is all that we need from the forms. Now we can close it down, but yeah, again, one more thing that we have to do is remember that link to a sheet. So test, right. So you can create, and that's it. Your forms is created, your sheets is ready, and you're ready to come to the HTML part. So now for the HTML part, when we look here in the description, there will be a GitHub link from where you can get this HTML form template. So it is similar to a template which also will be given below. So it's a full template out in which I have done a bit of edits for making this or a process possible. So so that it's easy for you guys to understand. So if you can just open it in your code editor, whichever code editor is fine for you. You can also use your text box, because it's not really much of a coding that you have to do. The code is preset. So what exactly you have to change here is this name 1, this name 2, and this we have our send URL. So apparently the send URL will be the action that we have done. So you can just copy it, whichever was yours, you can just paste it here. Now next thing that you can do is you can go for the so yeah, no need to do any other changes. Over here what you can do is you would have the two names. So this is for the full name. So now in your case you can create more divs, ask more questions and everything. So now it's only 2. You guys can play around with it, and if you have any doubts you can comment it, or contact me in mail or anywhere. So yeah, so now back to the thing. So the email, so first one is the name, so I'll just copy the name one and I'll put it over here. This is for the name and the other one is for the email. So done. Now this thing is ready. So let's save it and let's start the live server. Yeah, now the internet is back. So yeah, so this PNGs take a bit of internet. I'm not really sure why is it taking. I guess as per the template code which was given for the forms, it uses some of the scripts. So yeah, so have internet connection while you're doing this. And now this thing is ready, and this was our forms which we had, this was our sheets which we had made. So let's test it out. So let's just say it's Ruben Rainey @gmail.com. Register. So yeah, thank you for successfully. So even this message you can change it with your own. It's just over here, success.html. So you can just change it with whatever HTML you want. Nothing gonna be like that. And as you can see, we have it over here. So this is a very easy way on how you can make your emails more good looking. And yeah, and there's another one more part to this video, and Yeah, so as per that video, we will be looking in, as you get your data in your sheets, how to send them a mail, like a welcome kit. If it's an event, then a welcome kit for the event, or if it is a form, then thank you for filling the form. So how to send it to their mails directly using app script. So if you're interested in knowing that automation, you can also click on that video and join me. So that is it for this video. Meet you guys soon in the video with another automation, with another cool hack with which you can make your life a bit more easier. So until then, bye bye, see you guys again in another video.